KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. He can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. You had no work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
No, this game's not over. It's just getting started. Right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Twitch. And I tell you what, man, it is oh my goodness Monday, and there are definitely a ton of oh my goodnesses. Oh my goodness. And several of them breaking as we came in. Some of them you probably already knew. Jameis Winston is done for the season due to a knee injury suffered yesterday in the New Orleans Saints. Unbelievable win over Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's number one. Number two, Von Miller, formerly of the A&M Longhorns, Texas A&M Longhorns, is on his way from Denver to LA with the Rams, and they're giving up a second and a third round pick for him, and the Rams are picking up like $9 million of his salary. Don't the Rams already? Yeah, I just Rams yesterday. I literally just saw the Rams yesterday, and their defense is pretty doggone good. And add Von Miller on the edge, Aaron Donald in the middle, you got something. You've got something. So that is it. The trade deadline is tomorrow. And you may see and hear more of these oh my goodness deals done, especially given situations like Derrick Henry, running back for the Tennessee Titans, going to miss some considerable time, possibly the rest of the season, with a foot injury. And I'm sorry, Ryan Tannehill from the Texas A&M University. I give everybody a D now. From the Texas A&M University, he needs help. He's not the same dude when he doesn't have Derrick Henry carrying the rock. Not the same dude when he's got to win it with his arm and feet and stuff. So look for Tennessee to try to make some moves. And, of course, the proverbial Deshaun Watson to wherever they can get what they want for him is still on the table. But we're hearing from the guy who sends his stories to other people to get them to approve them before he posts them, Adam Schefter, that the Texans are more than likely going to keep Deshaun for the rest of the season until next offseason. First of all, that's not breaking news. That's not earth-shattering. It's not. We've said all along that the Texans are in the driver's seat because they want what they want for him, and they're they're paying him $10 million this year. It's not like they're paying him $300. It's not like they're paying him, $50. They're paying him $10. They got some offensive linemen making more than him. They got secondary people making more than him this year. Heck, David Johnson is making as much as Deshaun right now. I think he just restructured his deal, so maybe not. But last year, David Johnson was making as much as Deshaun right now. The Texans are in no hurry to do anything. So, good friends and colleagues down there in the PR department at the Texans. You didn't have to break that one through Adam Schefter. You didn't. You could have just put that out. We know. I know. You're trying to distance yourself from it. Stay clean. I get it. Do what you got to do. But that's not breaking news. Most folks knew that Deshaun probably wasn't going anywhere for a couple of reasons. One, the Texans' asking price. Two, the off-field stuff. It's going to take just a completely I don't care owner to say, get him in here, get him on the field before the league decides to take him off. And just don't care. Don't care about the backlash. Don't care about what you gave up. Win now at all costs. And I'm sorry, Miami's not a win now. Like, getting Deshaun is not going to put Miami in the Super Bowl contention. Carolina, getting Deshaun now is not going to make them a contender right now. Just not. They got bigger holes than just that. And, yeah, they won 4 games with Sam Darnold, and now looks like P.J. Walker. Darnold, little concussion issue. But Denver, same thing. Getting Deshaun now doesn't make them a contender. I know they think it does. And I know it's still, we're not even at the halfway point. Close, but not there yet. So, yeah. It's just going to take some owner to just say, hey, we can do it. I don't care. Just handle it, make it happen, and go. And apparently that's what the Miami Dolphins owner was trying to do and still may do between now and tomorrow. But the more than likely, Deshaun will be in clothes, plain clothes on the sidelines or wherever he hangs out. I think he's up in a press box. For all those who like to say, oh, Deshaun's not down there. He has been down there, and he has still been in the stadium. All right. Those are the immediate oh my goodnesses for right now. You got to get in on these. Oh my goodness. What was your oh my goodness moment from the weekend? Was it the Baylor beating up on UT? Was it, oh man, was it any of those games yesterday? How about them Cowboys? I got to play that song, Still Them Boys, but I'm muting all of my Cowboy friends for about 30 days because they don't know how to act at 6-1. They don't know how to act at 3-3. So they don't know how to act at 6-1. All right, take a break. I'll come back with this next caller right here on the lunch break.
KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues. Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. Claude, a part of Our responsibility is inform and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt, then listen up. We can reduce or eliminate your interest rates. Cut your monthly payment up to 50% and stop all late fees. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112. Sponsored by Credit Card.
Don't hang on. Just keep calling.
Ben Tankett, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all. We're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm having some problems with my phone line, so just stay right there, and we'll be back with you. Hang on one second. All right. Hello. You're live on the lunch break. Who's this? Hello.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, man.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm gonna let you get in today, but then I gotta mute you for 30 days, man, because y'all don't know how to handle 6-1. Y'all don't know how to handle 6-1.
You're right, AJ. You are absolutely right. Because when we're 16-1 and going to the LA, I don't want to hear nothing. Brother, man, oh man, did you see that team? Did you see Cooper Rush look like honestly, they might as well put Cooper Rush in the Hall of Fame right now, AJ. AJ, we ain't playing, man. We them boys. We them boys, man. AJ, I just called this, man. I realized something yesterday. I realized the error of my way, and so I want to make it right. Yesterday was Halloween, and I saw yesterday everybody took their kids. They went trick or treating. If you're a Texan fan, what you saw yesterday was some people that dressed up like a football team, but they wasn't no football team. That's what you got. You got tricked. Oh, but last night did you get a treat? AJ, before we gave them a treat last night, we let Minnesota run out there thinking they was going to do something. Then old Cooper Rush came out there and said, man, let me show y'all my MVP stat. Man, we got 2 MVP football players on our team at quarterback. I ain't never seen that like that, AJ. Then we got an MVP offensive line, MVP running back. Man, I think the whole team ought to just go ahead and make everybody a Hall of Fame. Just stop the season. Put the rings right now. I mean, did you hear Todd have the nerve to say that Minnesota, he wasn't impressed?
Yeah, I listen. I'm worried about Todd, and then not really, because Todd is in love with losers. Todd is in love with lackluster losing teams, and I know he's in his feelings, but we can't lose hope in Todd. We got to hang on to our brother and make sure he don't fall in the cracks.
Oh, I'm gonna hang on to it. It's just when he said he's not impressed. Listen, how many times I gotta say this? You play the teams that you're scheduled to play. I'm sorry if your team didn't come to play against the world famous All-American team, Dallas Cowboys, and the leading Hall of Fame vote getter right now, Mr. Cooper Rush.
Oh, God. All right, listen, man. Get off my phone. Let me play you a little song and get off my phone, all right? Let me play y'all a little song. Hold on.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. Love you too. Where's this little song at? I can't even find this little song. Let me get him off my phones here. Hold on. Where's this little song at? Oh, it won't let me do it. Refresh, report a problem. Yeah, I can't play the song. It won't let me. It won't let me be great today. I was trying to play that "We Still Them Boys" song, but it won't let me do it. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Hey, Dre, how you feel, baby?
With my hands, brother. How you feel?
Oh, man, the same way, cuz. Hey, look out, man. I think I hit you up yesterday. I think so. But check it out, though, man. Okay, Coach Carly.
Yeah.
With the Texas, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the brother.
Yeah.
But if the brother going to be a coach, man, he going to have to coach. Okay, see, the reason I feel bad for him because, he came in on a tough situation. But
Right.
who gonna turn down a head coaching job, even at his age? But here's my thing, man. I've been saying forever that if the Texans gonna give us a half of a product, a weak product, they need to start charging people half price because that's ridiculous, man. What we saying? And you're supposed to be a professional football team. Now, with Coach Cully, man, okay, I remember the days of Hank Stram, Eric Carriel, Tom Landry, them coaches, they would get in your face and tell you messing up. I ain't going to use the other word I really want to use. They would get in your face, brother. But this quarterback throw interceptions. These defensive backs get beat for these long touchdowns. They run to the sideline. This dude be patting them upside the head. Oh, it's all right, baby. Say, man, we down 40 to nothing. What you mean is all right? And I think that's one reason that the players don't really care if they ain't going to chew us out. He just going to pat us on the head. I mean, man, come on, man. You got the coach like that. And I know you can't really do things like you did when we was coming up, but you got to get in these guys' faces, man. But, to me, he seemed to be too soft on these cats. What say you, man?
No, I don't think he's too soft on them, and you gotta coach your team. You can't coach everybody like everybody coaches everybody else. Some guys on the team you can't get in their face, you'll lose them. Some guys on the team you get in their face, and they'll get in your face. So this in college, this in high school, this in little league, and I don't know if I subscribe to that on those levels anymore. What I'm saying to you is this. This team, I think, got everybody all excited by beating Jacksonville week 1 and then playing Carolina well week 2, and then folks got excited. And they played Cleveland well and all that, and then folks got excited. So what I'm saying to you is this. They are who we thought they were. We didn't think they were going to win 8 games, 9, 10. If they win 4, they've done something. That's what they won last year with Deshaun Watson at quarterback. You think they're going to win more than that with Davis Mills?
No.
So what am I missing?
All I'm saying, man, is that this guy needs to quit babying these guys. I know it's not junior high. I know it's not high school or college. And I know we live in a world now where you got to be politically correct. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings because they might go throw a temper tantrum
But it's not that. I mean, let me ask you this, Greatest. Let me ask you this.
Be a coach, man, coach. Go ahead.
Greatest. So I gotta let you yell in my face because you're a coach. I gotta let you yell in my face because you're a coach.
Hey, man, I'm not saying get in their face for every single thing that they do, but my goodness, every week I hear this guy, we wasn't ready to play football. I didn't do a good job of coaching.
It was the same. It's the same thing. Listen. I've been in that locker room. I've been in that interview room. That's the same thing. What's that last dude? And Bill O. I ruined the organization. O'Brien.
Stop lying on Bill O'Brien.
Man, you know he used to say that. I didn't have him ready. It's on me. I got to coach him up. I got to coach better. We got to be better. It was the same thing Gary Kubiak used to say.
Well, bring back the days of Hank Stram, Chuck Noll, Don Carriel.
You just old
Tom
school.
Landry.
You just old school, man. You just old school.
But they got results, brother. That's all I'm saying, man. They got results, man.
By yelling at dudes, by being in their face.
Say, man, I'm not saying be in their face all the time. But this is week 7, brother. That things that you used to do, you shouldn't still be jumping offside. You shouldn't still be throwing.
I will give you that. I will give you that. They shouldn't be still making those kind of mistakes. I'll give you that. But as far as the you got to yell in my face and you're not tough enough on me, first of all, I don't mean to be disrespectful. He ain't got a whole lot to be tough on. He ain't got a lot of players. He don't have a lot of players. I'm sorry. He might be a good dude. Listen, he might be a good dude. He might be a good father, good husband and all that. But come on, man. Wasn't nobody checking for Rex Burkhead before Nick Caserio got here? I mean, come on, man. Danny Amendola is from the where is he from? The Woodlands or Kingwood? It don't matter. I mean, wasn't nobody checking for him before this cat got here, man. This dude done brought in all these New England rejects, all his little friends, his little boys, and all that, and threw them over in the pot for David Culley to make gumbo. And Culley's like, there's some stuff you just gonna mess your roux up with. These ain't good ingredients.
Well, we all know, if we're going to keep it real, we know Coach Culley can't do what other coaches can do. But we'll talk about that some other day, because I know some other coaches who don't look like him, me, and you. They can cut some players out and it won't nothing happen there. But if he do it, well, he going too far. But, you know, hey, man, Tampa Bay, Tom Brady finally looked like a mortal human being yesterday.
Let me just say something. Let me tell you something. Tom Brady has kryptonite, and it's called Dennis Allen. Tom Brady, that defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints, finds a way to beat Tom Brady. Now, he don't beat him all the time because they didn't beat him in that NFC Championship game or that game that let Tampa Bay get to that Super Bowl. But he got more wins than he's got losses. So I wasn't surprised by it. What I was more surprised by is the way it happened. Man, they had Tom looking very pedestrian yesterday.
Yeah, he like I said, he looked like a Mill Moore. I mean, he had his moments where we said, oh, yeah, it didn't come back. You know, he not rattled when it got down to 23 to 21. I said, yeah, well,
yep.
They coming back. But when he threw them 2 interceptions, I said, oh, man, not Tom Brady. But getting back to coaching, number 45, Scott, I think his last name is White, Darcel White, number 45. Okay, it was already bad enough when he made the hog tied tackle on Jameis Winston. That was a dirty play in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, bro. And it's and I'm not saying I didn't like it because I'm a Saints fan and because I've got, I believe Jameis Winston, given the same chances as some of these other quarterbacks get, he beat a player. I didn't like that play at all, man. Now you're talking about old school. Somebody should have took a 15-yarder on him. Somebody should have knocked him in the middle of next week, took that 15-yard penalty or disqualification, whatever you got to do. You hit my quarterback like that, you listen, your wife going to be icing you down because I'm about to blow you up.
But not only did he injure Jameis Winston, on the other play where he got another 15-yard penalty for taunting people, man. I mean, that's when the coach got to step in. Hey, man, are you with us or are you against us?
You're not going to get a lot of that out of Bruce Arians because Bruce Arians likes that edge. He likes that cayenne. He likes that extra little lanyap right there. He likes that. You're not going to get a whole lot out of it. And it didn't cost them the game, all right? Every one of those plays they were able to bounce back from, put points on the board. But back to your Tom Brady thing, when they left all that time left on the clock and all Tom Brady needed was a field goal to win, you knew what was getting ready to happen, but so did the Saints because that secondary read those eyes, remembered that game film, went with what he liked to do, and they picked his tail off. Ball game, baby. Keith Hennick, I hope you're all right. We love you. We're here for you if you need us. But ball game, baby. Ball game. Who that?
How long is it for your commercial break? Because, of course, I want to talk about them Cowboys.
Go on, get in. Go on, get it in.
Okay, man. I'm not a Cowboy fan per se. I don't have nothing against them. But I think the Cowboys might be on to something this year. You know, the Cowboys might be on to something this year, man. They seem to have a pretty decent team, you know. So even without Dak in the lineup yesterday, I think the Cowboys might be on to something this year because of slim and trim and in shape Ezekiel Elliott. And then when Dak come back, and even the quarterback that played yesterday, he looked halfway good.
Now, can I say something real quick? Because I know everybody's in love with their backup right now. I know everybody is in love with their backup now. But let me just say this real quick. Nobody, I don't care who it was, the team the Jets played, Minnesota, even Tampa Bay, nobody prepared for the backup quarterback yesterday. Not one of those teams ran plays just in case the backup got in. So now you got a whole week of teams getting ready to prepare for Mike White and Trevor Siemian and the backup. So and Cooper Rush. All I'm saying is enjoy this now. Watch what it looks like next week.
Well, and then all I'm saying too, I ain't gonna hate on nobody for being supportive of their team, but it cracks me up when these guys when they be losing. These Cowboy fans be missing in action, but now everybody want to put everybody in the Hall of Fame. It's amazing, Dre.
Yeah, man.
But It's always a good day when I can talk to Brother Andre. Rumble, young man, rumble.
The greatest of all time. I appreciate this call. Yeah, I ain't trying to rain on the parade for the Jets. I'm definitely not trying to rain on the parade for the Texans or the Cowboys, but all I'm telling you is, look, nobody was checking for the backup quarterbacks. They did not run any series of plays for those backup quarterbacks. Nobody. So when those cats came in the game, it was like, what do we do now? And they had the advantage. Watch what Mike White looks like this week. Watch what Cooper Rush looks like this week. Watch what Trevor Siemian or Taysom Hill, if he passes concussion protocol, watch what they look like this week. That's all I'm saying. And look, and if they look good this week, I'm going to make you watch what they look like the week after that. Why? Because give them time. Y'all always talking about, is the league going to catch up to Lamar Jackson? Watch how fast it catches up to Mike White. Watch out how fast it catches. Trevor Siemian has been in like 15 locations. Caught up to him every time. And if y'all ready for Cooper Rush, do this right here. If y'all believe in Cooper Rush, go ahead and move Dak Prescott before tomorrow. Go ahead and move Dak Prescott over to Miami before tomorrow and make it to Cooper Rush. You believe in him so much. Y'all still them boys. But if you believe in him that much, move him and show me something. Say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest. All right, got a little promo I got to give y'all real quick, and we'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
On the legendary KYOK, AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right, you can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2. Just be the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on us at the legendary KYOK AM 1140 at 92.3 FM.
That's right, y'all. We are giving out those $25 Butterball gift certificates coming up, starting on Wednesdays, Winning Wednesday right here. And all you got to do is listen for your chance to win. Be the right caller, and you will pick up a Butterball gift certificate. So, hey, listen, let your turkey be on us. Let your turkey be on us, all right? Keep listening, courtesy of Butterball and the legendary KYOK. All right, this is what I was looking for Keith. Let me go ahead and play this because, them Cowboy fans, they deserve it. Hold on, let me see if I got it. I can't do it.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved?
Todd, this for you. Todd, this for you from Keith.
I'm still involved.
Todd, can you hear him? This Longhorn Key singing. All right, let me stop this. Let me stop. I'm telling you, Cowboy fans, I love each and every one of y'all. I love every one of y'all. But I'm blocking y'all for 30 days, man. Y'all not gonna wear me out. Y'all not gonna come all up on my show, hollering in the phone, talking about I'm still the boy. You're not gonna do that on my show. Not gonna do it. Don't do it. Enjoy your 6-1. I told y'all were gonna be pretty good. Everybody tried to tell me, no, AJ, you don't know what you're talking about. Washington. With that defense, all they need is Ryan Fitzpatrick. And if it don't work out with him, they got Taylor Heineke. They're going to be good. I'm telling you, them Cowboys ain't going to do nothing. And them Cowboys sitting way up on top. Them Cowboys sitting way up on top. Somebody said, man, you got the extended remix, yo. Let me get that. Get off my phone. Y'all leave me alone. I ain't giving y'all nothing but a block for 30 days. I'm snoozing y'all for 30 days. Cowboy fans, get on my nerves. All right, let me look at something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Cowboys are 4 games up on the second place team in the NFC East. And oh yeah, by the way, it's not Washington. The Cowboys are 6-1. Eagles 3-5, the Giants trash 2-5, and the Washington football team y'all told me all they need is Ryan Fitzmagic and Taylor Heineke. They dead last. They not kind of last. They dead last. The Giants are over the Washington football team right now. The Cowboys are going to wrap up the NFC East by Thanksgiving. With or without Dak Prescott. Let me see who they got left on their schedule. Let me see. I'm running my mouth. So they got the Broncos, going to beat them. Falcons, they're going to beat them. November 21st, they got at Kansas City. Might lose that one. And then they've got the Raiders on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Cowboys are going to have the NFC East locked up by Thanksgiving. They're going to have it locked. Wait a minute. Denver without Von Miller? Von Miller's going to LA. Denver without Von Miller? Yeah. Cowboys going to beat them. Falcons, come on, stop it. Cowboys are going to beat them. Both those games at home. Then they go to Kansas City, and then they got the Raiders at home on Thanksgiving. I might block y'all for more than a month. I might hit y'all until after New Year's. Because they're going to be hard to deal with. They are going to be hard to deal with. Imagine the Cowboys being 7-1, 8-1. Let's go 8-2, and then they beat the Raiders 9-2. And then they play in New Orleans, and I'm a Saints fan, and I'm going to say this with my chest. I don't care where the Cowboys play New Orleans or what New Orleans' record is. The Cowboys have a thing for New Orleans. Just how, like New Orleans has a thing for Tampa Bay, the Cowboys have a thing for New Orleans. As a Saint fan, I worry when the Saints go to Dallas or host Dallas. It don't matter. It's usually low scoring, and, in Trevor, I do not trust. I'm sorry. In Taysom, I do not trust. Wish they go get Cam and get him suited up before that game. Get him ready to go before December 2nd. That's my birthday month. I don't need the Saints to lose to anybody during the month of December. Nobody. That's my birthday present. But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, I am not a Cowboy fan. I just knew that if they could get that line either rebuilt or healthy, and they could get Dak back, I'm so worried about Todd. Todd seems to be on a low budget, bargain basement, high discount, low value kind of kick lately. He was the one that tried to tell me that they could win with what's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is a cheaper version of Dak Prescott. No, he ain't. Andy Dalton can't start over Justin Fields. If y'all don't know why they paid Dak the money that they paid him, now you know. This same team is 6-1. Last year they were what? I'm worried, man. Todd, you all right? Todd, eat your Snickers. You're a little edgy. He didn't think Minnesota was a quality opponent for the Cowboys last night, but I'm supposed to be excited about New England beating the Chargers, who just got drum rolled, dog walked. So anyway, Cowboy fans, you got a lot to be excited about. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, let me run through some of these other games when I come back from the break. Let me run through some of these college games. You're not going to hear this anywhere else. I'm going to say something about the NCAA rankings that not a lot of people pay attention to. There's some Willie Gibson knows, and maybe one or other two people know, but I'm finna let you in on something. I'll be right back right after this on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359.
This is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of CWA District 6, reminding you to please vote in the HISD, Sci-Fair, and Aldine Independent School District School Board elections. These elections are so important to our children and our communities.
Yes, Claude, that's correct. My name is Candace Houston. I'm the proud president of Aldine American Federation of Teachers. We have endorsed Zahir Malik, position 4, Nico Matthews, position 3, and Steve Meade, position 5.
Early voting starts Monday, October 18th through October 29th. Election day is Tuesday, November 2nd.
Remember that every vote counts and every vote matters. Please go vote.
Paid for by Houstonians for Working Families.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happens. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-561-6198. 800-561-6198. 800-561-6198. Again, that's 800-561-6198.
Hi, this is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we're back on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Streaming live, KYOKradio.org. Let me go to the phone line first, and then let me tell you what I was talking about right before the break. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
It's Keith Hennig.
Keith, you all right, man?
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to sit here and let you gloat.
Man, you know what? Don't. Because beating y'all this week and losing to y'all in the playoffs, and I'm not even talking about, I don't care who wins the division. I'm talking about in the playoffs when it's time to go home. That's when Tampa Bay figures out the New Orleans Saints, and I want to flip that.
And you might easily do that this year.
I don't think so.
You know?
I think Tampa Bay will have it all figured out come January.
Well, when Tom Brady throws 5 touchdown passes in a game, and the 5th one he threw to the guy in the wrong jersey, Dennis Allen has got their number.
He really does. And I don't know what they're tipping off and it's really not Tom. It's more, of the offensive coordinator. But no, then some Tom, because like I said, in that last drive, their game film study paid off because they went right where Tom wanted to be.
That is true. And Brady looked confused most of the afternoon to me.
Yeah, and Alexa, I hope he and Byron Leftwich are on the same page, but they got to flip something up the next time they play New Orleans, which is what they did last year. They lost to New Orleans twice, but came playoff time, they bumped the Saints right on out of there. So I'm not worried for Tampa Bay. I really do think it's going to be them and probably Green Bay in the NFC Championship game with a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm thinking the Rams are going to pull off some serious football between now and 8 weeks from now.
I'm gonna tell you something. The Rams look real good, and I have apologized to Matthew Stafford, but he looked great yesterday.
Oh, he was tremendous. And Brady, the GOAT, didn't come through in the end. And I just knew with a minute and a half left on the clock, or whatever it was,
right,
that he was going to run down and at least kick a field goal.
At least kick a field goal. You're absolutely right. But again, that film study paid off, man, because he tried to throw a little nickel and dime, and the defensive back made change. So, hey, here we go.
Oh, God. Brutal. And since I'm talking to you on an up note, what happened to the Bengals?
Yeah, I got to be honest. That was an ugly loss. Ugly loss.
Incredibly.
So,
but no one can, like you said, your point is well taken. No one can prepare for a quarterback they've never seen. There's no tape. There's no tape on Trevor Siemian, and if you want to go back to the Broncos days, but I'll tell you what, that young man played well.
Yeah, he really did. And, again, Cincinnati had to try to figure it out. They couldn't. They suffered a loss, man. That AFC North is something, man. That thing is stacked up from top to bottom. So they're going to have to figure it out if they want to be a player when it comes to playoff time.
Oh, I think they'll drum the Browns. The Browns are just way, way overrated. They look like the Browns yesterday.
I'm not making excuses for our favorite quarterback, but, some guys can play hurt. Some guys can't. Some guys can play well hurt. That's one thing I'll give Tony Romo credit for. He played well hurt. Maybe Baker can't do that. And I know his statement was, if I couldn't play, then I won't. I want to give my team the best chance to win. He might need to just sit it out for a while because, I mean, again, he might just not play well hurt.
I don't know who his backup is, but
It's Case Keenum.
Oh, Case Keenum, you're right. Case Keenum's a pretty good, solid utilitarian quarterback.
Yeah.
I think he does give the Browns the best chance to win now until Bakey gets his injuries fixed.
Yep.
But I'm just not a Baker Mayfield fan, and I thought the Browns were the Browns from the last several years, but the Buccaneers were not. So, you win some, you lose some. We have a long way to go.
True that.
And we'll see how it plays out. But good on you and good on the Saints. They earned that win yesterday, and I got to prop them up. I don't think they're going to win too many more against the Bucs, but I could easily be wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm going to just say this, especially if Trevor Siemian is the long-term answer at quarterback, or even Taysom Hill, I think that Todd Bowles is going to eat every time he plays against them going forward.
Do you think Taysom Hill is the guy?
Yeah, I think if he passes concussion protocol, they'll go with him, and Trevor will be the backup.
Oh, I don't know. Trevor Siemian is a quarterback. Taysom Hill is an H-back or a tight end or something. Sean Payton knows what he's doing, so I'm sure he'll start the right guy. But if Trevor Siemian plays like he did yesterday, Saints are going to do just fine.
Yeah, no, I hope they do. They're right behind y'all in the NFC South, which is again another tough division. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
We will, sir. Enjoy the day. I'm enjoying your show.
Appreciate you, Keith, as always. Call of the year 2020. Be safe out there, brother.
You do the same. Thank you.
All right, Keith Hennick, great dude. All right, listen, before I get my next couple of guests on, let me do this real quick. Now, just walk with me on this now. Walk with me on this. Think Clemson football in college. Clemson football. If Clemson opened up with a 42-10 win over Old Dominion, no big deal. Norfolk State beat them 41-16, no big deal. Florida State, conference opponent, beat them 35-14. Virginia, conference opponent, beat them 37-17. Louisville, conference opponent, but still 37-34 at Syracuse, 40-37 at Army, 70-56. Duke, 45-7. Clemson would be ranked number 2 in the country right now. It would be Georgia, Clemson, Cincinnati, and everybody else. But because I just read you Wake Forest's results and accomplishments, Wake Forest is ranked number 10. There was no way in the world, I don't care if there were close games or not, if Clemson was undefeated, they would be number 1 or number 2. No, without any exception. With the exact same results. If you took Wake Forest off of that, put Clemson's name on it, and just sent it out, the voters would have Clemson number 1 or number 2. Which is why the rankings are trash. I put my own rankings out, and they are as valid as the AP, the coaches, the CBS, the Sports Illustrated. It's as valid as any one of them. They play favorites. They give more credit to who it is and not what they've done. The very first college football playoff rankings comes out tomorrow. It's going to be trash. They're going to have Alabama like 2nd or 3rd, not 5th or 6th. They are. And you better watch out because they might have Clemson. They might have Clemson top 10. Wake Forest will be like 29th, 20th, something crazy. Strength of schedule and close battles against not good teams and blah, 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 blah. I say all that to say, man, don't get worked up about this stuff. Just wait till the end of the year. Wait till the final college football playoff poll. Whoever they put in it, that's who they want to put in it. And just go with it. It's their stuff for right now. For right now, it's their stuff. In about 4 years, maybe 5, when they finally get it together, get ESPN out of their business, you might see something closer to what we see with the FCS playoffs, where they have 16 teams that actually battle it out on the field. So we will see. All right. Listen, I got to get ready for my next guest. Let me go ahead and get Sybil Wilkes on with what you need to know. And then we'll have special guests, of course, Johnnie Cole, the coach, and the HBCU Stroll. And then we've got the Godfather of Sports, none other than the living legend, Ralph Cooper. All right. We'll be right back right after this from Sybil Wilkes.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Monday. We're back at it and a new month. It's November 1st, 2021. Number 1, tomorrow is Election Day in cities and states across the country. Elections will cover a number of issues from local propositions to filling empty U.S. congressional seats to 2 gubernatorial contests. And a lot of eyes are on the Commonwealth of Virginia. But more than anything else, tomorrow's outcomes will likely set the stage for next November's midterm elections. Number 2, Texas Republican legislators are investigating more than 800 books written by women, people of color, and LGBTQ authors. After the Texas legislature passed a statewide public school ban on discussing critical race theory, they now want the Texas Education Agency and unnamed superintendents to inform them if the books are in taxpayer-funded public school libraries. Check out ways we can fight back in today's newsletter, brought to you by the Black Women's PAC. Number 3, 10 GOP-led states filed a lawsuit over the weekend challenging President Joe Biden's vaccine mandate for federal contractors that's set to take effect in the coming weeks. The legal challenges came a day after Florida filed a similar lawsuit. Each state is seeking an immediate injunction to the rule, which is scheduled to take effect December 8th. Number 4, on October 25th, a lawsuit was filed on behalf of Trinell Stewart, a 38-year-old black man, against 5 St. Louis, Missouri area police officers who allegedly beat him before performing an unlawful search of his apartment. While reaching to retrieve his son in the back seat, one officer grabbed Stewart's hair and attempted to pull him to the floor, saying, "You're going to die today." The lawsuit alleges that when other officers joined the scene, they hit and punched Stewart and continued after he was handcuffed. The lawsuit filed by Arch City Defenders Public Interest Law Firm accuses 5 officers of unlawful seizure, excessive force, and an unlawful search, causing emotional pain, fear, and concern. Number 5, One Stock, One Future, an initiative designed to teach Black and brown children how to invest and build generational wealth is underway. Under the guidance of billionaire philanthropist Robert F. Smith and family investment platform Goal Setter, students, faculty, and staff members of 2 East Coast all-boys schools each received 5 shares of stock to begin their investment journeys. Goal Setter, the first Black female-owned saving and investment platform for families, will host the shares of stock for the new investors. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Free yourself from other people's thoughts. Be a free thinker. Have your own thoughts. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with The Guys Are Back, Chris Paul, Huggy Lowdown, and social activist Coy Malone as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the Black Alzheimer's Brain Study at the University of North Texas Health Science Center at Fort. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right. Thank you very much. There's Sybil Wilkes. We're about to get this first hour on the books, second hour underway on the legendary KYOK. All right, it is about to be the top of the hour. You know what that means. We got to take our HBCU Stroll with the coach, Johnnie Cole, and again, special guest, none other than the Godfather, Ralph Cooper. We will do that in just a minute. The Astros were able to overcome a 4-0 first inning deficit and pull it out 9-5 to avoid elimination in Game 5 of the World Series. Game 6 will be tomorrow night just after 7 o'clock.
Legendary. 1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and I've got the Coach Johnnie Cole, and we're about to take the HBCU. And Coach Cole, how you doing real quick?
Hey, I'm doing great. As always, love to have lunch with you on this fabulous hour. And especially today is a very special day. You know, of course, we got the legend. He's getting himself situated.
Yep.
And I'm excited about the next time, this time that's coming up.
Right. I'm excited.
None other than Mr. KCOH, the source himself. I like to call him Dr. Ralph Cooper, but hey, he is definitely the Godfather of Sports here in the state of Texas. Ralph, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. I see Johnny over there with all that fuzz on. My goodness, you look good. I may have to change my approach about all of this. You look good.
Hey, Ralph, that's good living now. Don't make no mistake.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Well, let me just say this real quick. Sitting next to you two in the press box for that Texas Southern beatdown on Arkansas Pine Bluff, I felt like I was taking a peek into history, man. Y'all got to talking about some old school stuff, and I was just like, man, somebody should be recording this right now because this is legendary stuff in the making.
Well, I remember when Johnny was playing football here at Texas Southern University. One thing I remember always about him, how he had to come to the sideline or either one of his teammates had to straighten out his shoulder pads. He said he weighed, back then, now he told a different story the other day in front of you. He said at that time he weighed 170. Back in the day, he used to say he weighed 170, 175. How much did you say you weighed the other day, Coach?
150 pounds soaking wet. That was after I got a sweat in.
Yeah. So we remember how hard he played and how much energy he put into playing for Texas Southern University and how he enjoyed playing for Coach Lionel Taylor, and how both, in my opinion, inspired their teammates and the coaching staff to go to another level at that particular time. They were not the greatest football players, but I think they left everything on the football field. Am I right?
Yes, sir. I definitely agree. I played with some great guys, Darrell Colbert and Rudy Johnson and Leonard Moon and Bruce Green and Leon Thomas, and I could keep naming on, and being able to play for a mastermind of offense like Lionel Taylor. And you can attest, Ralph, that the stuff we did back then, the no-huddle offense, the spread, we done that back in 83, 84, 85, So, I had a great time. I guess that's why I love the school. And, AJ, every time we win, baby, I got to put me some Texas Southern on.
Well, I see you about
I had to put a lot on this year, but
you spent some of your own money and went to the bookstore and bought you some new stuff. It's good to see you getting off some of your money, Coach. It's pretty good.
That's right.
It looks good on you. Yeah.
Again, we've got legendary Ralph Cooper joining us, and we've got the Coach Johnnie Cole as we take our HBCU Stroll. We were sitting together at the TSU Arkansas Pine Bluff, and I'm not trying to throw shade. It's been a long time since we've seen Texas Southern hang that many points on anybody. Oh, yeah, and win. So, Ralph, you talk about it because if the guy next to you gets to talking about, he going to go on and on and on about his school, man. He loves that school in Third Ward.
Well, you talk to the players after the game and Coach McKinney and some of the staff members, and, I asked, what was it like to look up at the scoreboard and see that big number 59 under TSU, with TSU over it instead of the other way, where you're on the other side you've got a 0 under the TSU. But this time you had a 59, a 50. Hey man, they were all excited, and it was great to see that happen. They were all on the field with their parents and family members and friends after the ball game. It was just a great thing to see. And I'm going to share something with you about Coach Doc Gamble when we get a chance also after that ball game this past weekend.
I can't wait to hear that. Now, Coach Cole, you've been saying all along that TSU looked like they were headed in the right direction. We sat and watched them, play other games where you saw some things that you like. What did you like about what you saw this past Saturday?
Well, one thing about the team is, the kids come out and play hard every week. They do a lot of great things on the offensive side of the ball to explode. And it just so happened this week they exploded. They've gotten better on the defensive side of the ball. So of course, you're coming into your third year, you want more W's. But I see some things moving in the right direction. It depends on how patient the administration is and the athletic director. But, I've seen a lot of great things, and whenever you got a trigger man that put out that much offense, I mean, anytime he's at 300 yards or better, they competing at a high level.
Right. Ralph, you want to talk about Doc Gamble. What do you want to say about him?
Well, you would have loved this after the ball game, and Coach Cole can attest to this. When you get your behind really beat up, battered, and slam dunked on a football field, you don't really want to talk to the media after a ball game, right? So Coach Doc Gamble, a man that I have a lot of respect for, told Isaiah Thornton and some of the other TSU people that he was not coming to the press room. So we did the old sunny side, the old 4-4 out Acres homes in old Mississippi. We went and knocked on his door, right? And finally he came out, and I commended him for coming out, and he gave me a real good one-on-one interview, talking about the game, talking about what had happened to his team. He said he had 30 new players who had come in since the spring. He lost some coaches. Coach Cole probably knows more about that than I do. He lost a coach too, 30 new players, and they're getting adjusted to what they're trying to do over there. But he didn't blame that for the loss. He blamed the loss on, he gave Texas Southern credit. He saw what Coach Cole saw, that they're improving and playing better football, and that's why his team lost, in his opinion.
That's very interesting because, Coach Cole, you remember I asked you what happened to Arkansas Pine Bluff from the spring to now, because they represented the West Side in the SWAC championship game this past spring. Now we know.
Yeah, they did. They lost the offensive coordinator, Ken Evans. I'm sorry, the quarterback coach. He's now the offensive coordinator of Mississippi Valley. They let go of their offensive coordinator. They also lost their defensive coordinator as well, and lost a player or two to the portal. So when you get that much movement, it makes it tough on you. And when you trying to teach 30 new players your offense, you get behind. So I can understand what he say, but Ralph, in the SWAC, man, you got to be ready to go on Saturday.
Well, he said that also. He said the SWAC push, hey, you got to be ready to play every Saturday. You can't have any excuses. And they lost another player. They lost the big wide receiver they had last year, Coach Ballard. Ballard left there and went to Las Vegas, and people are still wondering. Las Vegas didn't win a football game in the spring, but he left Arkansas Pine Bluff. I guess he was tired of Arkansas and went to Las Vegas. And
wow.
The University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, before we have to take a break, I want to make sure that we acknowledge, and I'm sure you all can speak to this better than I can. Last night, the SWAC put out a message of condolences to the family and friends of former legendary Mississippi Valley State head coach Lafayette Stribling, who passed away at the age of 87. And I mean, again, Ralph, I know you can talk to, and Coach Cole, y'all can talk to the legendary Coach Stribling and what his passing means to those who knew him best.
Johnny, you can go ahead. You played basketball for Texas Southern. You saw him coach.
I was going to say that, the time and the opportunity I got a chance to even meet Coach Stribling and see him, number one, always clean from the head to the bottom. And that's one thing about what people don't understand about SWAC, the pageantry of it, the coaching style, what they bring. They bring blackness, they bring And I kind of took some of that from him because so oftentimes we get viewed, as, oh, this is this black guy. They're going to come in with warm-up suits on and the shirt ain't going to be tucked in. But every time you've seen Coach Stribling, I mean, super, super, super duper dressed up. Players were always disciplined. They played hard. I had a great opportunity, to play against his teams. We battled back and forth, and just an all-around guy.
And they said he was so involved in how his appearance was at coaching the game that he would order his suits. He got to the point where his suits were tailor-made. Am I right? He would order his suits
exactly.
And then he also paid a visit when he came through here to a legendary place back in the day. He went to Wolf's department store. They had all kind of different kind of where I had Wolf's department store.
Well, you don't went back.
Yeah, he wouldn't miss coming to Houston without making a little trip down to Wolf's and picking up a hat or whatever or some new shoes. But those shoes that he wore was really his thing. But he could coach. See, we have to give him credit. This man was a student of coaching, and he enhanced a lot of young guys in regards to their game.
Now you got to remember now he is in Itta Bena, Mississippi.
Yeah,
probably 80% of the United States don't even know where that is.
No,
and the bid is just to get good players down there. Always was competitive. So I can't say enough about Coach Stripling and my prayers and things go out to him, to his family.
And some of them rubbed off on Johnny. Johnny doesn't want him. Coach Cole doesn't want him. I shouldn't call him Johnny. Give him a crap. I do the Dion on me if I don't call him Coach. Coach Cole, picked up some of Stribling's habits. I mean, go back and look at some of the pictures when Coach coached here. He was like a little college professor. He wasn't more. He had a more of a professor look than he did a coaching look. Am I right? I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, let me say something about Ralph real quick, and I know we got to go to commercial break. Ralph Cooper taught me how to interview. I mean, it was my first interview I had as a student, as a college student. And I mean, before we went live, I'm trembling. You're nervous? Oh, son, you don't have to be nervous. Just kind of say what's on your heart. Get to the point. Cut your conversation off. Say what you need to say. And fortunate enough for me and playing around some great guys. I got a couple of MVP of the game, so we were able to go to Ralph's show, and kind of taught me the ropes about radio. And I want to take my hat off to you. You've always been a good friend of mine.
His interviews, involving Texas Southern ites, his interviews are right there at the top. I can remember Michael Strahan. If I'm correct, I interviewed Michael Strahan before anybody interviewed Michael Strahan. But the other one was this guy, when I mentioned this name, he's right there with Kenny Burrough. Nobody, am I right, Coach? Nobody loves Texas Southern like Kenny Burrough, right? I mean,
that's right.
He says it. Nobody loves Texas Southern like Kenny Burrough and Kenny Burrough's opinion.
When I was a freshman in the dorm room one night, when I first got there in August, I can remember 1981, I heard a man coming down the hallway. This is my school. This is my school. And I was in the dorm with the other quarterbacks, Harold Smith and Vince Pleasant, and he walked in that room and said, let me tell you something. This is my school. And that means it's your school. And one thing we don't do, we don't lose the Prairie View A&M. We take pride in this university. And ever since then, I kind of took that and kind of went with it. And I've never lost the Prairie View except when I became the coach.
That's great stuff. Listen, we got to take a quick break. We'll come back with the Coach Johnnie Cole.
What's the name of this show?
It's called The Lunch Break.
Oh, I thought it was AJ. I thought it was coming on the lunch break with AJ Jones. AJ Jones' lunch break.
Hey, listen, man. when this young man decided that he wanted to do me a favor and come out of semi-retirement and grace me with his presence, man, I immediately made him the headliner. So you know how it goes.
Good enough. Thank you.
It's the HBCU Stroll with the Coach Johnnie Cole, and we got the legendary Ralph Cooper. We'll be right back right after this on the lunch break.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month.
So Ralph, they was pretty excited, huh?
Leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, part of our responsibility is to inform and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
You can hear me after that, right? AJ.
Yep.
If you have
$2,000, you got fired at Alabama State.
Let's talk about that as soon as we come back.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I spoke to him probably about 20 minutes ago.
Good, okay. Our company has been helping good people just like you get out of debt for over 30 years. Don't get stressed out. If you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills, we can show you a way to reduce all of your bills to one lower monthly payment that you can afford. So again, if you have $2,000 or more in credit card debt and medical bills you can't afford, make this free call today and learn how you can finally get out of debt. Call now for your free consultation. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. 800-638-7112. That's 800-638-7112.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to the Lunch Break.
Yeah, man. We're taking that HBCU Stroll with the Coach Johnnie Cole, and we brought the legend with us all the way over from the source, KCOH. It is none other than Ralph Cooper. I'm AJ Jones, and I'm excited about this. Look, couldn't sleep last night thinking about y'all two on the show today. So,
well, I will admit I slept good after the Astros won and the Dallas Cowboys won and the Texans got beat and Texas Southern won. I slept good over the weekend.
Woo,
Let me tell you something real quick, Ralph. The Astros messed with all my emotions last night. The good ones, the bad ones, the happy ones, and the sad. I quit on them. I begged them to come back. I fell in love with them, and I broke up with them all in the same night.
Well, you were not alone. Many people gave up on them, especially after that grand slam home run in the first inning, Coach Cole. They threw in the towel. It's all over, baby. The season is going to be over. But see, one thing you have to remember, and I know you two know, champions find a way to come back. And Astros knew that they were down in the bottom of the garbage can, and they came all the way. They climbed out of the garbage can and won that game last night. And they defeated a real good Atlanta team because, hey, Atlanta had been holding them down. I mean, what, two runs in what, 2 games? And so to come back and do what they did last night was huge. But we have to give many of you when a guy hits 70 years old, many of you young guys like the two of you want to herd a guy out to the pasture and put him over on the side of the pasture with a couple of old hens or old cows or whatever that have passed their prime. You want to put them out to hey, Dusty Baker. Dusty made some changes in his lineup and did some things with his pitching staff, and look what happened. He stuck with his catcher, Maldonado, whom many people have been complaining about. He came up with 2 big hits last night. Well, one was a sacrifice fly and then a big hit. You have to give Dusty credit, right? I mean, Coach, I know you're still in your 40s or whatever you are now. You got to give the older guys credit, Coach.
Well, Ralph, on this show we talk truth. And who wins the Super Bowl? Belichick, 69.
Yeah.
Arian, 69.
Yeah.
Who wins the college national championship? Nick Saban, 69. The guy Clemson, he in his 60s. The guy. Yeah. So all the older coaches are doing all the winning. All the young coaches is just, high-fiving and they're not really getting down and winning a big one. The coaches that win are the coaches that got the age on them. It comes down to strategy and know-how. And I've been there, done that, and I'm gonna make the right decisions.
And see, it's good. And how I know you both know how important it is for a coach to let his players know that he believes in them. I mean, I think that's one of the things that has got this team to the point that they are right now. They believe that if no one else believes, they believe that Dusty Baker believes they can do the job.
Yeah, all joking aside, that's one of the reasons why Garrett Cole, in addition to the money, is over there in New York, because he felt like the Astros didn't believe in him when they didn't give him that ball in that last game that the Astros lost in that World Series that year. And you know what? That goes a long way. Coach Cole, you can speak to that. When a player does not feel like they are trusted and they are believed in, man, that you can lose them for the rest of the time they're there.
Ain't no question that you got to make a kid always play above, and that's your thing as a coach. You want to get everything out of it, and you got to know what buttons to push on your kids, and that comes from a lot of practice, a lot of days, a lot of meetings, and actually finding some about them, their background, where they come from, their parents, people who they hang out with, and that's important. That's your job as a coach, to get everything out of your players that you can, even stuff that they don't know that they have in them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. See, and I can remember this one right quick. It had to be 1970 or so. Whenever Dusty Baker came up and got his first hit, I interviewed Hank. I asked Hank Aaron about him, and he said he's going to. He doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know, and he wasn't talking about just baseball. He said he doesn't know who he's going to become. Hank Aaron was taking him under his wing at 19 years old. This is what that man was saying about Dusty Baker, and look at what we have here today.
Wow.
Ralph Cooper, KCOH, the Coach Johnnie Cole with our HBCU Stroll. Ralph, you got some breaking news out of Alabama. What was that you just announced?
Well, we all got some, and Coach Cole has talked to him. Coach Donald Ely Hill is no longer the head football coach at Alabama State University. And like some of the people over here at Texas Southern told me, we always use that. They use the word fire when black coaches get fired. But he and Alabama State have decided to part ways at this point in the season. But do you think, Coach Cole, do you think the loss in that Magic City Classic was the nail? Was hitting the nail with the hammer? Was that the deciding factor in this, or was it some other things building up?
Well, that they were talking about that before the season started, and this part of the year, coaches either getting extensions on their contract or either getting let go. The only thing that I disagree with what happened is, it's just like we're talking now. You let a guy go in the middle of the year, and first thing people think is, what did he do? Right. Donald Ely, I know him personal. He's a personal friend. I know his family, his wife, his educator, his son is in school there. And these athletic directors, and they got to remember that's a person. And they got to try to protect that guy's career. And I just didn't think letting him go right now, he could have just finished the year and then they departed ways. It just makes it look like, oh, well, what did he do? Well, I don't think he did anything. Of course, at Alabama Alabama State winning the Magic City Classic is big, but he's won the Magic City Classic since he's been the head coach, unfortunately, this year. But he's in good spirits.
You talked to him,
he's
right?
soon to be, I spoke with him today. He's soon to be Dr. Ely. He's going to stay in the education system. He don't know yet whether he's going to stay in Montgomery or go back, where he's from in Virginia. But I think he's a great coach. I think he did a great job there. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, football coach's job is decided on 18 to 22-year-old young men and winning more games out of the 11 tries that you get. So I look forward to seeing him bounce back.
And AJ, I remember the time when this was a no-no among black schools to run coaches off in the middle of the season. Well, why do you think this is the influence of integration now in 2021, or what's going on? I mean, I know it's your program, Dr. Jones, but what do you see here? Why you're younger? What do you see happening here?
You know, it's funny you asked me that because I'm like Coach Cole. To see him get them decide to part ways in the middle of the year, it just gives an air that there's something other than football. Like there was some disagreement. Like he refused to do something that the administration was asking him to do. Like they wanted him to fire position coaches or go in a different direction. And he said he's not going to do it. Whatever it was, it just gives an air to that. And then on the other side of it, what good can come out of it by letting him go now? I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to bring in an assistant or turn it over to an assistant, and he's all of a sudden going to make Alabama State get over the hump for the rest of the games on their seat. It just that's one I never understood. But here's my thing, Ralph, and you know we've talked about this before. Why doesn't that happen to? And I'm going to another level to a Bill O'Brien. You know, to some of these other coaches who clearly there is something not right. Like it took Cal McNair to wait a season and a half, probably too late, to finally say this is not working. And how many jobs were lost and how many people's careers were affected by a guy who had his own agenda and literally went to any level to execute it.
Right. And you mentioned a name there that when I hear it, my stomach just kind of turns over and tosses around a little bit. I've never said this about Bud Adams, but I will say that the McNairs need to get out of the football business. They need to get out of the NFL and go into get a semi-pro team down in Conroe or down in Pasadena somewhere, Galveston. They need to get out of the NFL. This is a total embarrassment. Put a chin up and do the Elmer Gantry thing and play some football on the side of the chin or something. I mean, it's horrible. And then I've never seen anything like what I feel for Coach Cully and Lovie Smith. Yeah, two men with a lot of class, and some of the other coaches there with a lot, that they have to tolerate this type of individual. I mean, this type of situation.
Yeah. I know Lovie Smith real well. He coached with my brother up at the University of Wisconsin. Great coach. Yeah. My thing is I'm always, coaching is a tough business. It's tough on the coaches, because he's dependent on everybody else. It's tough on his family, and getting a head job, ain't easy. They think, of course, what happened to me is like, oh, well, coach, you can go get a head job. You can go get a head job. Yeah, I probably could if things would have felt a lot nicer as, hey, coach, we're going to depart ways. Let's meet at the podium. Coach Cole done a fabulous job for us, and I'm just throwing an example out. Right. He's gonna finish the season out. We're gonna shake hands and we're gonna walk away. But when you, as you say, take somebody's job in the middle of the year, and you don't have a reason besides maybe I'm afraid that he might win 3 more games after that. But still, it doesn't matter if you don't think this guy's a guy. You let him finish the season. And I remember when Grambling let Doug Williams go. And they let Doug Williams go in the middle of the year on his 25th anniversary year that he had won the Super Bowl. Instead of putting together a fundraising banquet, you let this guy go, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl. What are you thinking?
Yeah, then
HBCUs. Right. I remember when Prairie View decided to let Conway Hayman go in the midst of the season, and then next year they didn't have any football, if I'm correct, or the year afterwards, whatever. So, but I want to go back to the Texans for one other thing. I want to commend the players. Yeah. If you're getting beat 38-0,
yep,
like they were yesterday, and you go into the fourth quarter and you attempt to come back like the Texans did yesterday and score 22 points, the players kept playing. Yeah, the players kept playing, and that's an indication to me Of course, they were playing for themselves, but they were also playing for the coaches. They were playing for their pride, and I want to commend them. But again, I go back. Hal McNair and Mama McNair need to get out of the football business quick for the sake of Houston. I don't know how, if the commissioner's court or the mayor or whatever can get involved and say, why don't you sell the team? And say, well, we don't have any prospective buyers here. Beyonce lives here, right?
We can put that together.
Who is she married to? I'll leave it at that. I mean, that's Jay-Z, right? They've expressed an interest in buying the team before. Why don't you just sell the team to somebody with some money that can afford it?
Right. And to see the bags out yesterday with "sell the team" written on them, that's the fan. There is a fan base that feels the same way. Coach Cole, let me jump back over to you. When there's a coaching change like this, a lot of times you hear names and speculations and rumors. To be a free agent coach, what does a coach do once there becomes an availability? Like, do you call the team? Does the team call you? The school, I should say. How does this work?
Well, it's already probably been some talking about who's going to be the replacement. And sometimes, they already know who they're gonna replace with the coach. They'll take you through a formality. You got to go online. You got to fill this long application out. That's to eliminate some of the people. I've been there, done that, and didn't never get a call. This day and time now, some of these coaches, they got agents. So the agents is actually calling around to the athletic directors and trying to get on. Once again, it's a tough situation, but more so than that, especially in HBCUs or in any coach, whoever that AD is, whoever that president is, got to evaluate their program to see where they are. For instance, I'll take Alabama State. Is their program that's digging from the grave? No, they're not. They need somebody to take them right where they are and move the program forward. But Alabama State, I don't know if they ever, of course, I've coached there. We won. Me and my brother won there. And a lot of them are hollering to bring him back, bring LC Cole back. But then the politics jump in. We can't do that. And they had Coach Barlow, one of their own, was there, and he was winning. And I don't know what happened there. So hopefully the new athletic director over there, make sure that he cross all his T's and dot all his I's and bring the right person over there.
Yeah. And you see what also is happening these days is everybody they're looking at Jackson State and Tennessee State and even Morgan State, where you have Tyrone Wheatley at Morgan State. You got Eddie George at Tennessee State, and you got Deion Sanders coaching at Jackson State. But coaches, many of these coaches in the SWAC with SWAC ties or HBCU ties have paid their dues in regards to working within the means of the HBCUs. It's not that they don't want to elevate the program to another level. They've just never had the real cooperation from the administrations in many cases. And of course, at this time, do you venture out and go outside of your base of coaches with HBCU experience, or do you do what they did at Tennessee State or Jackson State or Morgan State, go get one of these former pro guys and bring him in? My theory is you should take a look. I mean, there is some success happening at Southern, right? And that's an interim coach who was on the staff at Southern, right? And then you have a number of other HBCU coaches with HBCU backgrounds who are doing well. So this is these guys I'm talking about the guys coming from the outside, the pros, they have agents like Coach Cole said. The agents are calling up the schools, pitching the guys to, you may see Shannon Sharp trying to coach somewhere.
Yeah.
With Skip Bayless as his offensive coordinator. What I mean? So, hey, man, the way it's going now. But
and they sending a lot of HBCU graduates and football coaches home. Right. That's what they do. Right. And it's also killing killing our conference. Like I said earlier, the pageantry of it, the style of it, the style of HBCU and what it's about. They destroying our conference. And hey, and with Dion, and he got a great chance of winning the SWAC. And it's going to be great for Dion, and it's going to be great for Jackson State. But you know what they're going to say about SWAC coaches? Told you they couldn't coach. They let this guy come in, no prior experience as a head coach, and win the conference. But they're not going to tell you he came in with Aflac, he came in with Under Armour, he came in with Subway, he came with a bunch of friends, with a lot of money. That's I guess that's the fleas that come with the dog.
But I look, AJ and Coach, I look for coaches in the SWAC to prove that. I look for the Eric Dooleys and these type of people who are already in place to prove to these people that you can coach. I remember years ago we had a coach to come into the SWAC. He came from the University of Oklahoma. He had a pocket full of Oklahoma money when he came here, right? And he was going to beat it. Eddie Robinson couldn't coach. W.C. Gordon couldn't coach. Coach Marino Cassom couldn't coach. After he ran through them for about a 4-week period, he called. He said, "Hey, man," and this is not how he said it though. Why didn't you tell me these blanks could coach like this? I said, you wouldn't listen. So and so a lot of times people have to be convinced. You have to, just like Coach Doc Gamble took that whipping this weekend from a young what you call him, Coach? A young whippersnapper coach.
Whippersnap. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to prove to people that you can coach. And that's one thing I liked about him. He wasn't afraid when you were coaching. He wasn't afraid to go against whoever it was coaching on the other side of the field, no matter what kind of reputation they had for winning football games.
Yeah, guys, do me a favor, park it right there. We're going to take one more break, and it'll be our final segment with Ralph. We'll come right back. Again, I got the legendary Ralph Cooper and the coach, Johnnie Cole, as we take our HBCU Stroll. We'll be right back right after this promo from Butterball.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's AJ Jones with the lunch break on the legendary KYOK AM 1140 and 92.3 FM. It's that time of year when we are reminded of all the things we should be thankful for, and that it's more blessed to give than to receive. So with that in mind, on Wednesdays from now through Christmas, we'll give you a chance to win a gift certificate from Butterball. That's right. You can win a gift certificate for a Butterball turkey on Wednesdays on the lunch break between 12 and 2 to the right caller, and your Butterball turkey will be on up at the
Can you put one of them turkeys away from me?
AM 1140 and 92.3 FM.
My name is Devon McDonald from Jamaica, live in Indianapolis Colts, and you listen to the lunch break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break, and I heard you, Coach Cole. I heard you.
I agree with it.
Actually, they're gift certificates courtesy of Butterball. We'll start giving them away on winning
Wednesday. What do the two of us have to do to qualify for a drawing? What do we have to do to qualify for the drawing of a free Butterball turkey?
So you can't be one of our sponsors. You can't be one of the employees of the station. You cannot be family of the employees of the station. And some tells me you can't be friends of them either. So listen, don't stop being my friend, though.
The price of, hey man, just like everything else, the price of turkeys, they claim turkey prices are going to go up, right, Coach?
Hey, they always told me they ain't what you know, is who you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, listen, turkey and gas is on the way up, so we're going to make sure we give out some turkeys. We'll figure it out on the gas, all right? We'll figure it out on the gas. All right, we got two of the greatest right here on the show. I'm glad to have them. It's the Coach Johnnie Cole as we take our HBCU Stroll, and it is the legendary Godfather of Sports, Ralph Cooper. Let me tell you what my daughter said. My daughter said, wow, he is like, and these are her exact words, he is like the Martin Luther King of sports. I said, baby, that's a strong statement. She said, yeah, because you probably wouldn't even be able to have a show if Mr. Cooper hadn't had a show a long time ago. How long have you been in radio, Ralph?
Well, AJ, I'm proud of being who I am and where I am at this time. 1969. I started in 1969 at the Forward Times and KYOK Radio, and really KCOH, both, because they would take the tapes that I had I was interviewing everybody. They would take the tapes. One day, one of them called and said, "Are you taping those people that you interview?" I said, "Yeah." I was interviewing people like Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, and all of Jim Brown. When they came, they took those tapes and started putting them on the radio. So about 19, I've been blessed. 1969, and then to see a guy like you come along, and then you grab this young guy who I remember being shaking in his seat, and have this program and be on with the two of you. It's really you don't really. Sometimes you wonder. You say, now what is the real plan here? Because it's above you. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
So on the spiritual side, you say, what is the plan? What is the plan? And so you just take the ride, and to see you doing what you're doing is a blessing.
Right.
Well, we appreciate you paving the way, because I know it wasn't a lot of black radio announcers, sports announcers, broadcasters back in 1969. Thank you for taking the hit for us back then.
It was 5 of us. One was you had Brad Pye out in Los Angeles, who was with the Los Angeles Sentinel. He's gone now. He passed it about 93. You had Big Sam Skinner, who was in San Francisco. He not only he did the 49ers, he did the Giants. He traveled with the teams, the Warriors. He's in that picture with Muhammad Ali that I'm in back in 1974 in Africa. He's the black guy with the mic that was kind of robust. And then you had a Chad Cooper down in Miami. You had even Bill Nunn was still doing a little writing before he really got into the scouting thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you had all of these, Howie Evans in New York with the New York Amsterdam. So you had all of these guys, and Joe Booker. Here locally, you had Joe Booker. You had Lloyd Wells, who wrote for the Informer, the Forward Times. You had Bud Johnson. All of these guys, and C-Boy Vaughn and Donald Dixon, all these guys, they all influenced me. And I just decided that I, with their inspiration, could take it a little bit further. And see, recently, I want to add this. This is why what your daughter said is important to me. Recently, I won an award with the National NABJ, the Sam Lacey Award. This guy was writing in 1930, Coach. 1930.
Wow.
So receiving an award like that is like picking up a baton. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
And see, now I still have the baton in my hand, and AJ is trying to wrestle it away from me. But I still think I can finish the race. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
You tie all of that stuff into the past with what's happening. And this guy actually was there with Jackie Robinson and Wendell Smith when they integrated baseball back in the day. So to receive an award like that, you can't put a price tag on it and tell your daughter, I said thanks.
I will definitely do that. She was very honored having met you.
Right.
Ralph, do us a favor, man. We got to get ready to wrap it up.
I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta go. I mean, you have me on here longer. You don't want to give me a turkey. You don't even want to split a turkey between Coach Cole and I. You can say, hey, man, I'm gonna give y'all half a turkey each. But go ahead. What do you need?
Ralph, do me a favor. Tell everybody where they can find you and follow the amazing work you do over there at KCOH. And you do some stuff for KTSU as well.
I've really been blessed. I'm on KTSU on Saturday mornings with Devin. It's Devin Wade's program. Devin Wade's program. He has Kevin Allen on and myself, and Chili Bill Smith. He comes in and takes over the program, and 9 o'clock every Saturday morning, 9 to 10 a.m. And then I'm on KCOH The Source every day, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can also catch that program on Simple Radio. You can catch it on KCOH The Source. You can catch it on 12:30 a.m. And I'm also blessed to be on Pacifica. Most people don't know we're safe to go back into the Pacifica building. I've been safe. I didn't want to be around people like you and Coach Cole. I didn't know if you all had shots or whatever. And then again, I need to maybe put my mask on. Maybe I should have had my mask on while I've been talking to you all. I don't know. I'm safe, you guys. Right? So I put my mask on now. I've probably been contaminated. But hey, but on the serious side, I'm on Pacifica also. Every day, I'll start up here again one day next week. Okay, so that's where I am.
We appreciate you, man.
Thank you, Ralph.
It was so good having you. And Coach Cole, you go ahead and send him off right. I know y'all got history.
Well, I want to thank Texas Southern for.
We lost his sound.
Yeah, we did. I hate when this thing does that.
Yeah, we lost it. But
Coach
that's
Cole, we lost your sound.
well, you got well.
Well, I'm gonna pull him down. Coach Cole, try and log back in for me. Do me a favor, try to log back in.
Well, while he logs back in, I want to thank you for having me on. Keep up the great work and all that good stuff. And thanks for sharing with me the good news. I mean, you've got all kind of friends, and we know what you're getting ready to do. And some of your friends, we want to do a little something for you, but we'll wait until you feel it's safe to bring us to let what's about to happen, to let those other people know you have friends like some of us. Okay, so we'll just wait to hear from you. Okay.
Well, man, I appreciate that. We got Coach Cole back. I think we got him now. Go ahead, Coach.
Nope.
No.
Okay, I'll catch him next time. I know you got to go.
No problem, Ralph. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Okay. See you later, right. Coach. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get Ralph back on. Coach Cole, we appreciate. I mean, we're gonna get Ralph back on another time, and then Coach Cole we'll wait for him to dial back in. All right. Let's see if it works now. Okay. Let me see. Let me hear you. No, it ain't working. Whatever you did the last time worked, but whatever you're doing this time, it ain't working. All right. We'll let him dial back in. In fact, I'll take one more break, and then we'll get our power rankings, and we'll find out who had the better picks this week on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. We'll be right back.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
All right, let me hear you, Coach.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. 800-603-9359. That's 800-603-9359. Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24
Can you hear me
hours.
now?
Home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760.
Hey, what's going on? This is Lecrae, and right now you're listening to the lunch break.
All right, Coach Cole, we are back. Get ready to wrap it up, but we got to go through those scores to see who did what this weekend. All right, so let me just go through this list. You had TSU over Arkansas Pine Bluff. I had TSU over Arkansas Pine Bluff. We were both right. Yeah. Now you had Alabama State over Alabama A&M.
Yes.
I had Alabama State over Alabama A&M. You were wrong.
Yes. Well, look, hey, after talking with Coach Ely and, the defensive coordinator just, he got away from what he was doing that was working and you got to put some pressure on Glass. Jackson State showed you that. And if you didn't, Florida A&M did the same thing. So I don't know why, he came out of that, but I guess he got his reasons.
Yeah.
And he got 45 put on you.
I got you. All right. And then speaking of FAMU, they beat Grambling. You had FAMU. I had FAMU.
Right. Yes.
I think they figured it out quarterback-wise, but unfortunately, they figured it out a week too late because now they're chasing Jackson State in the East, and they're really a game and a half behind them.
Right. No question.
Jackson State beat Mississippi Valley State. You had them. I had them. Jackson State was without Coach Sanders for the second week in a row because of his surgery on his foot. Do you expect that to be a problem for them anyway coming up? Coach, can you hear me? Coach, can you hear me? No, he might not be able to hear me. Coach, can you hear me? Man, I hate having technical difficulties on the HBCU Stroll. Let me try it one more time. And he is gone. All right. He'll be back in just a second. So anyway, he had Jackson State. I had Jackson State. Hopefully, Coach Prime will be able to be back down on the sidelines for the team when they play again. And then the last one was Alcorn over Southern. And we were both wrong on that because Southern pulled it out and got the win over the Alcorn team. And let's see, there's Coach Cole down there. And Coach Cole, you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay, great. Surprise win, Southern over Alcorn.
Yeah, I was surprised at that one. Southern ended up kicking a field goal at the end. I thought Alcorn, being the good defensive team they are, would slow Southern down because Southern is kind of one-dimensional. They don't throw the ball a lot. But Southern was able to put things together. But, once again, giving up 35 points, you can't win football games like that. You just can't outscore people.
Yeah, you can't outscore everybody. You're absolutely right. All right, so this week we got Alcorn at Bethune. Who do you have?
Alcorn.
All right, I'm going to put that. Hold on. Let me put a line here. And I want to make sure. So Coach has Alcorn over Bethune. I'm going Alcorn over Bethune. Now, I'm not going to go with you this time. We're gonna break up a little bit. Texas Southern at Jackson State.
Jackson State.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're not going to break up on that one. I got Jackson State. All right, Mississippi Valley at Alabama A&M.
Alabama A&M.
Okay, that might be our breakup.
Okay.
Let's see. It's at Alabama A&M. I'm going with Alabama A&M. They play better at home. Grambling at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Who you got?
Grambling. Arkansas Pine Bluff has completely fell apart.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm going GSU, the G-Men, over Arkansas Pine Bluff. All right, let's see who we got. This might be that one. Alabama State at Prairie View.
Prairie View.
I don't know why you don't believe in Alabama State. Who's going to run the team now that Coach Ely is gone?
Defense coordinator.
The one that went rogue this past week? Goodness gracious. Boy, I'm not knocking the administration over there at Alabama State, but what are y'all doing? I'm going,
Hey.
Pete, you know.
Yeah,
all right,
you don't put views rolling.
This is going to be a good game. FAMU at Southern.
That is going to be a good game. And they play at Southern?
They play at Southern.
I'm gonna go with defense, Florida A&M.
You know what? I had already written down FAMU because, like I said, I think they figured it out on offense. Southern, like you just said, you're still giving up a lot of points. All right, I'm gonna give you FAMU too. So, in other words, you're not gonna beat me this week. You're not gonna beat me this week. All right.
Well, you know.
What?
Go
what
ahead.
Are you going?
Well, no, Southern is predictable. They got to run the football. They gonna run the football.
All right, Coach. Give me your standings for the SWAC this week.
You got Jackson State,
okay.
#1. You got Florida A&M, #2. You got PV, #3. And PV could be 2. Let me go PV 2, Florida A&M 3.
No, stick with your heart now. You were speaking from
your
heart.
No, I meant to go with PV. Yeah, you got Jackson State, PV, Florida A&M, and then the rest. No,
have they separated themselves from the rest of the SWAC? Those 3 schools, in your opinion?
Yeah. You got to go with Alcorn.
Okay. Number 5.
Yeah. Then you got to go Southern.
Okay.
Then Alabama A&M. Alabama State.
Okay.
Texas Southern.
All right.
Mississippi Valley.
Okay.
I forgot Grambling. I'm sorry, put Grambling above Texas Southern.
Okay.
And then we got, man.
Yeah,
you got Valley. You got, Bethune, got Pine Bluff and Bethune-Cookman last.
Okay.
I can't put Bethune-Cookman over Pine Bluff because at least Pine Bluff has won 1 game.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I'm going Jackson State #1.
Yeah.
I said because I really want to put Prairie View #1. I really think they have done more in the SWAC. I'm talking about just in the conference, not overall.
Right.
A little bit more than Jackson State, but I'm gonna put Jackson State #1.
Jackson State struggled last week. Now Valley gave them a tough game.
Now listen, by the time I post this up, I might have talked myself out of it and put Prairie View #1, but I digress. I'm gonna go FAMU #2. #3. #4. I'm going with the team that beat Alcorn. I'm going Southern. #5, Alcorn. #6. Man, you're not going to like this, but I'm going Grambling at #6.
Really?
Alabama A&M. #7. #8, Alabama State. #9, Mississippi Valley. #10, Pine Bluff. And I don't know.
You forgot my school.
Let me put your little school in there. Hold on. Put your little school in there at #9, TSU. Then Mississippi Valley.
Right. Okay.
Then Pine Bluff, and then Bethune.
Yes.
All right. So let me give you my State, Prairie View, FAMU, Southern, Alcorn, Grambling, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, TSU, Mississippi Valley, Pine Bluff, and Bethune-Cookman.
Okay.
All right, I'll post them up, Coach. We got to run.
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, Coach.
Johnnie Cole on Twitter, Johnnie Cole, Hobo Big Play. Of course, Facebook and Instagram, Cold Blooded 9.
All right, where we gonna meet up this week? You tell me where we gonna be this weekend.
I like the Prairie View, and don't they come to Prairie View this week? What game is that? Prairie View? Ain't they home?
Prairie View, FAMU.
At home, right?
Yep.
That'd be a good one. I might have to get on the road
No, that's
again.
Prairie View, Alabama State. Prairie View, Alabama State.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Stay right there.
1140 AM, KYOK Conroe, and 92.3 FM, K222CX Houston.
All right. Yeah, Coach, we might have to meet up there at Prairie View.
Okay. Then we got to get the passes, right?
Yeah, but I know you can work that out because Mr. All Access. Look, Mr. All Access, my pass barely got me in the building. Your pass let you unlock the building.
I know, man. I was surprised myself, when I came through there. I gave my name and she said, how many you need? I said, wow, okay. I see now.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, we got to meet up at some basketball games as well.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that. Coach, we really got to go, but I want you to be blessed, be safe out there. Thanks for everything you're doing for us here on the lunch break, okay?
All right, appreciate it. Thank you as always. See you. We'll talk. We'll talk this week. See if we're gonna meet at the game. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Coach. All right, y'all. Y'all be blessed out there. We will talk to y'all tomorrow for Talk Your Team Tuesday.